Happy Saturday! It's time for your weekend reflection. How many things make complete sense now that you've lived through it and gone through the trouble to understand it, grasp it, process it, take it on for yourself? How many things make complete sense now that didn't before, that baffled you, that seemed impossible? So take examples that happen to most of us in life. Think about the first time you hold your newborn baby, how fragile you think they are, how you're nervous about giving them a bath, and how you change the diaper, how you ever get them to sleep and then stay asleep, all the things that come with becoming a new parent, versus when you've raised a few kids, or you even look back and now it's your grandchild and you're like, oh, honey, let me give you some advice, right? And there's a whole different world of perspective. Perspective is so key to our understanding and our ability to move into things, because now we get it. We didn't before and now we do. How can we make that easier on ourselves? How can you look back at this week and say, what was challenging? What was difficult that I didn't understand that now I do? What was it? Is there a task that you did? Was there a sale you managed to close that seemed insurmountable at the time and you did it? What did you do? Reflect back and learn on that. Is there something else, a hobby, an activity, something, a new skill you developed in life that you've taken on that at the beginning it seemed really challenging? Maybe you watched somebody else doing it and you're like, how do they do that? I remember watching my mother to crochet, and she could make really masterful things. She could do really tiny, is it called a stitch? I don't even know, the loops that you make in crochet. She could do really tiny ones. She could do larger ones and build giant blankets. The ability and the skill, it just baffled me. You could take just yarn and a needle and do something amazing with it. And then she taught me, and I learned, and I did a little blanket. My very first project that I completed full scale was a baby layette, which is a tiny blanket for a friend whose mother was having a baby while we were in middle school. That was a big project for me to undertake, and I learned it and I did it, and I felt so much joy and pride when her mom pulled that out at the baby shower, and I was like, I made this. It just meant so much to me, and I'd learned that skill. And I didn't keep up that skill though. And so recently I had somebody ask me, how do you crochet? I was like, I have no idea. But at least I know it's possible now because I've done it before. So it doesn't seem as daunting and overwhelming. So what can you look back that you went through this week that can give you some insight? Maybe you didn't even get it all the way, or maybe things weren't quite to the level that you wanted, but you learned something from that. You got some insight. What can you take forward into the next week to make things better and stronger and more productive? Because now you have some perspective on how it can be done.